Something curious, I think, has happened in this country over the last 30 or 40 years. When I was growing up and when we were at school, you didn't dob. Remember, the number one rule was that you don't dob, particularly on your mates. And yet we've seen a lot of instances in the last couple of years where it seems to have become the Australian way of life to dob someone else in, whether or not it's on the roads or, in the latest case, a man who took his young son out fishing. They threw a crayfish pot into the river, caught 3 crayfish. They were photographed at very close range by a camper on the other side, who then dobbed them into the fisheries and wildlife people, who then subsequently fined him $1,000.
Prima facie, and he ended up not paying the fine, but prima facie, it does look like a case of dobbing. Surely common courtesy is, if you see someone doing something like that and you're assuming, well, maybe he doesn't know that he shouldn't be doing this, and it's a few crayfish, we're talking literally a few crayfish, wouldn't you just say, look, just in case you didn't know, you shouldn't be doing this here, and there are some inspectors around that might come round, so just letting you know.
But
Isn't that what you do?
Exactly, but something has changed in the personality of the country, and it begs the question: have we become a nation of narcs? I think we have. We get phone calls on this program every day from people now who have dashboard cameras sitting on their car, who are handing over photographs of people throwing cigarette butts out of their cars. I mean, all well intentioned, but it's a long way from that ethos of Australia in the 1960s and 70s.
All right, let me put one counter argument, if I can. Whenever we hear of a group of people who've been planning some sort of an attack or some sort of a terrorist operation, inevitably what lies behind that is a whole series of calls that have been made by dobbers who've actually said, I've seen this person's doing this, I know this person has been saying this, and it's those little strands that lead to those people coming through. The old hotline that was set up, the be alert, not alarmed. Well, maybe that's part of what we are seeing on a broader scale.
And have a look back, Neighbourhood Watch, one of the most successful programs run by policing communities around Australia, but it certainly has changed the personality of Australia and Australians.